Talk.
Tint Talk here. Like and subscribe. Today we got this Prius 2010. It has a glue removal and we're just tinting it. So this one, I have already tinted the ports, the quarter windows ahead of time, just because this glue removal is definitely going to kill a lot of my time, so I didn't want to throw that all into the film, because the glue on the actual port windows, quarter windows, whatever you want to call them, it was just really bad. So like it's just definitely gonna kill the time and just completely waste of bad quality filming. So but yeah, besides that, I'm back in action again. And we got this, like I said, 10 Prius here. And for the 10 Priuses, a lot of people tint the Prius and then they only turn it into accessory mode. For me, I turn the Priuses on all the way, because when you don't do that, the Priuses will die extremely fast. You know, any hybrid car, if you only leave it in accessory mode, it dies extremely quick, man. So whenever tint hybrids, especially Priuses, I'll definitely turn the car all the way on, so that way when the car's battery gets low, the voltage gets low on the battery, the engine will just kick on, so I don't have to worry about turning the car on, turning the car off. And I've learned that the hard way. Long time ago when I was tinting this guy's car, I had to charge the Prius, and it gave him like a red emblem of death. It was pretty bad. But lessons learned, huh? So I try to tell you guys so you don't have to go through what I went through. Got this 15% here. Gonna throw it on. I'm not a fan necessarily of the 15%, and not because it doesn't look good, because 15%, 20%, it's really, when you get to these shades, it's really just kind of like an inventory issue. So it's just one of those things where the customer doesn't really know the difference between 15 and 20. If you tint windows, like, you're like, this might be a 15 or 20, but for the most part, it's just really an inventory issue. But I carry 15 just for the hell of it, because I'm like, whatever. But for whatever reason, I guess in California, everybody is like, I want 15. Like that, they'll ask for 15 over 20 every single time for whatever reason. I'm like, is this like a trend on YouTube or something? But they'll always ask for 15 over 20, and I'm like, I don't even know how that's like became a thing, but they do. So I was like, whatever, I'll carry 15. Don't like to carry it because, like I said, inventory issue. Nobody knows the difference when you throw it on there, but whatever. So it is what it is with that. Like other shades, they're like 25, a 30. What about a 9%? They'll ask for something very specific. I had people ask me for a 4% before. I've had guys ask me for like a 7%. I have people ask me for like a 38%, and I'm like, I don't know where you're getting this number from. Like, dude, I can throw a 40 on here for you. He was like, no, he's like, I'm really looking for like 38%. And I'm like, okay, man. Like, you'll get those customers sometimes. Not very difficult to deal with. It's just more humor, you know, because, you know, if you tint windows, you're just in your head, you're just like, all right, this is just going to take a little longer to pick out a shade. But, you know, just funny stuff though. So trying to keep this at a good angle, so I'm not too sure. Hopefully this works out for you guys. Scrape off all the glue. The glue scrape offs, the glue scrape offs. Man, This one's not too bad. I'm pretty sure the glue's in the seals since he did his own removal. They tell you they did their own removal. You're like, yep. You always know how that's gonna go. I mean, this one, honestly, this isn't bad. Porch just had glue, but that's understandable. You know, somebody doing it on their own. This is a pretty decent glue removal, depending on how much glue there was on there. But I don't know, the guy said he was scraping glue off for ages, so I didn't charge him the glue removal since, you know, I feel the pain. And honestly, it's not to the point to where it's gonna take me so much longer to do the windows. But you know, I seen the ports, but I was like, yeah, I understand the ports, so yeah, cut the guy a break. See, one's dragging down. A lot of people stick towels in the seals. I don't like to do that unless the seal's extremely dirty. So that's just me. Good old 5% on the back. Priuses aren't bad cars to tint. Some Priuses I like to tint. Some of them. I don't like to tint the ones where they got the ports where you gotta stick them in the seals and all that. I'm like, this model seems to be fine. I think this is like 2010 to the 14 or whatever. So this is fine. I knew that window was gonna shift. It's okay though. It's not. Shouldn't leave me a gap. I knew I should have accounted for that a little better, but I got it right on the dime. Lucked out right there. So yeah. Baba Booey. Some people like handheld or the big squeegees, or just like a regular squeegee. I like the little handheld pocket size one, but that's just me. Everybody uses their tools differently. I get a lot of guys on comment sections on this YouTube thing. They're like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You're not doing that right, and you're not doing this right. I'm like, I don't know, man. So you go back to work, and your boss tells you what to do. I like to do the way I like to do things in my shop. So 5 years in running, I've had no problems so far. Sorry about that. Keep moving this camera. I didn't adjust this thing since I cut my hair. Jesus Christ. I'm like, did my head get smaller? Nah, my hair did. But yep, these bad boy Priuses. I know you can see in the corner my Titan plotter over there. A lot of people buy expensive plotters. I like Titan plotter. The expensive plotters are good too, but I like the Titan plotter because it's just, some expensive plotters you can't really do what you want to do when you're trying to maneuver things around. And sometimes with certain rolls, because I always get like a weird roll size cut. Sometimes I'll get like a 37-inch roll or a 20 or a 19-inch roll, something like that. and it doesn't necessarily fit on the plotter correctly, but I can adjust it how I want to. A lot of the digital plotters, if the little scanner thing doesn't read the film correctly, it's just like it won't cut and things like that. So that's why I like the Titan. Titan's just more manual based. I think that's better for window tinting in my opinion. But yeah, you don't need like a $30,000 plotter at all. Like now that the only thing I would say about my Titan, I got 53 inch. I would definitely get like a bigger plotter in the future, because there's just problems when you run into tinting commercial. Sometimes you got a 60-inch roll, or even if you get a 60-inch roll custom cut, it's just some windows are like 51, 52 inches, and 60-inch roll is just, man. I would definitely get like a bigger plotter. Maybe like I would like a 72-inch plotter or something like that. I remember there was a guy, he was selling me his plotter because he was stopping his window tinting business, and he was selling it for like $3,000, and I was like, at the time, I think he was honestly giving it away, but I should have just offered him like $1,500. But it was beautiful though. It was, I don't know if that thing was like 80 inches long, but it was a crazy size. I've never seen a plotter that gigantic before. Definitely he spent a pretty penny on it, man. And he spent a lot of money on that plotter. So should have gave him a better offer. Or I should have gave him a counter offer. I could have gave him $1,500 cash, but it was a digital one for sure. It was fully digital, but that thing was nice. I don't know which one it was, but it was beautiful. Like, but I like to have I would like to have a cooler plotter, but this one, it's no problems, honestly. It's completely good for what I'm doing. You just got to get used to it. I like tinting over removals. Usually if I do the removal, I know where like a ridiculous blotch spot is in the of glue. When somebody else does it, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I got everything. You reverse the car out. What you hate when you reverse the car out is a big old piece of glue or from a sticker or whatever right in your film. So hopefully that doesn't go down. People cover up the stuff. I get that in the comments a lot. Cover the panels. Yeah, cover the panels because they already have plastic on the wirings over the panels. Then on top of that, the panels are meant for rain. So if the panel isn't water resistant, you probably shouldn't open your door if it rains, which the manufacturers already have accounted for. So no, I don't cover panels up. I cover dashes up. I don't remember scraping that emblem on the other side. This one's got a lot of glue. I could see that other emblem having glue on it for sure. I could definitely see that. You never know until you reverse the car out. it won't show it to you until after you finish the job. That's just how it works. Okay, and this one shifts right. So it's always good sometimes. You know, I didn't do it on that other window. I was just, sometimes I, you know, don't really do it. But at the back windows, when you see this edge that comes up and curves, especially with charges and things like that, you always have to, when you roll it down, shift it to the inside of the car. And then, so that way, when you're installing it, it won't leave you a light gap. It'll tell you, you know, exactly how the window's going to look when you roll it up. So back windows, some Hondas, things like that. Because when you roll it, you drop the window, these ones curve back go back to the left. So I like to get it really tight on that edge. Alright, Baba Booey, that's the 4 doors. And we'll just go right onto this, turn this car off. We'll go to the back glasses. As you guys know, I don't like to film while I'm doing back glasses, but it's the quality. I'm just like, oh my god, I just hate the angles. I can never get it right. Maybe I don't film enough, but I'll go ahead and do this one. If you guys don't have a board to put this on, you could always put it on the, I just wiped this, I don't know why I did that, but you can always put it on the back driver passenger window. I always put it on back passenger. It's just the side I like to do it on. I always put it on the same side so I know how it feels in my hands. Because some windows you can't tell if they're upside down or not, but I know like the way that I pull it off, remove it, and I flip it, it's always the same. So I can't lose like that. Go ahead and take a quick peek to see if I didn't miss any gaps at the top. Oop, a little gap. There's a gap over here. Cool. Just get a hairline. All right, cool. always do like a cross to lock everything in. Hard squeegee, do the first pass, then I go with a hard squeege. Cool beans. All right, boom, just like that, we're all done. So, catch you next time here. Tint Talk, like and subscribe. Peace.